The year is 2018. Recent 3D animated films have been mostly mid, with a few exceptions. And every film is trying to get the most hyper-realistic graphics. Like, wow mate, I can see the individual pubes on his chin. Then one film changes everything. Ralph breaks the internet, the jokes that become dated within days of its release, the utterly stupid story. But jokes aside, we both know why you clicked on the video. Come on. Yeah, you've heard it before. They animated in different timings and used a mix of 3D and 2D. But man, this movie has so much sauce. It really radiates the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. It breathed life into an ever stagnating genre with its unique style and its vibrant colours. In a world filled with generic corporate hyper-realistic slop, Spider-Verse dared to stand out. And honestly, there's something to be learned from this, but I'ma get into that later. Then 5 years later, Across the Spider-Verse comes out and mixes about 1 billion different styles. From Gwen's watercoloured world to Hobby's newspaper cutout aesthetic and the mind-blowingly complex fights with the Spot. Like genuinely, how does someone even animate this? However, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I also want to focus on the effect it had in the 3D animation space. And there's no better example of this than Puss in Boots. Yeah, you see this? This looks alright, doesn't it? Then look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Wow, isn't that better? This is the Spider-Verse effect. We went from a fairly standard looking style to one that perfectly suits a film about a literal talking Spanish cat with 9 lives. With a premise like that, we don't need it to look realistic. It gives so much room for cool set pieces and visual metaphors. I'm not saying Into the Spider-Verse is solely responsible for all the films I'm going to talk about today, but it definitely had an influence and paved the way for studios to pursue more unique styles. And there's no better film to show off the potential of this new animation style than Kpop Demon Hunters. I really didn't expect to like this film so much, but it's honestly fire. And it isn't the most viewed movie on Netflix for no reason. Produced by Sony Pictures, it was a strange mashup of genres. It's a musical, an action film, a fantasy film, and a comedy all into one. And it's fucking perfection. Honestly, Sony really gets it when it comes to movies. Okay, animated movies. And they're not just trying to repeat the success of the Spider-Verse films like you'll see later, but instead give this film a new look that services it in a meaningful way. But no matter how many masterpieces Sony Pictures make, I will never forgive them for rejecting the Batman Beyond film. My Shayla! My Shayla! And then you have your films like The Mitchells vs. the Machines, at worst kinda cringy, and at best a wholesome film about a family coming together with gorgeous animation. But for every good animated film, there's a bad soulless cash grab around the corner. The new Smurfs film. It's blatantly obvious they saw the hype of this quote-unquote new trend and tried to get a piece of the pie. And you can't even deny they're trying to copy the Spider-Verse films because they quite literally travel the Smurf multiverse. And genuinely, who is this for? I didn't ask for this, you didn't ask for this, we didn't ask for this, and no one else asked for this. Oh my god, Rihanna's in the film, maybe I spoke too soon, surely this was a box office hit. Never in my life have I wanted to watch a film less. I'd genuinely rather watch the new Ice Cube film than this. It's you! It's you! And no surprise, the spineless company that is Disney tried to do this too, with whatever...
Oh, good find, Valentino.
My butt found it.
This is meant to be. These big companies don't realize Into the Spider-Verse wasn't loved purely because of the animation. It had a great story that the animation serviced well. It's meant to look and feel like a comic book intentionally. So no, Paramount, you pricks. Copying the style verbatim isn't the strategy you think it is. Just look at The Wild Robot for example. Everyone and their mum loved this film, and no surprise, it won so many awards. And it didn't rely on shitty memes and a famous singer doing the voice acting for a character. Let's look at the bad guys. It wasn't in this style just for the sake of it. The animation actively aided the film. As the characters are walking and talking animal thieves, the expressive and slick movements of the characters is rewarded by the stylistic animation style. But man, I need to address the spider-shaped elephant in the room. This series is trying so hard to emulate the Spider-Verse style, but fails miserably. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I can really see what they were trying to do, but man does it look bad. And I find it kinda annoying that initially it was intended to be 2D. I think it would have been better if they stuck with that, because be honest, if you knew nothing about this show and I showed you this clip, would you be able to tell it's from 2024? The background characters don't even move. Seriously, who in their right mind approved this? Also, can we please stop making Peter Parker a geek?
Parker out.
I don't know who started this, but now every new piece of Spider-Man media runs with it. And him as Spider-Man is supposed to be funny.
you always wherever I'm doing a job? What do you got? Some kind of spider sense or
That's
something?
funny you should say that.
Not whatever this is.
Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I refuse to believe this peon and Peter from Spectacular Spider-Man is supposed to be the same character.
Petey's always been a bit clumsy.
You know me, clumsy Petey Parker.
Gotta say, Tiger, you fill out that costume nicely. Very nicely. You can web me up anytime, Petey.
My bad, I got a bit off topic. Let me wrap this up. There's a lesson to be learned that the industry should try to innovate more and not just stick to the status quo. And I think we ourselves can try to be more like Into the Spider-Verse. We should stand out, be different, and inspire those around us to do the same.
I feel like, bitch, I'm a crow.